Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today's story is all about a grumpy customer and how a little bit of kindness and knowledge can go a long way. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into the story. I've always had a green thumb and loved spending my weekends at the local garden center. I'd stroll through the aisles, admiring the various plants and flowers, and dreaming about the perfect garden I'd create at home. My favorite part was chatting with the knowledgeable staff and learning new gardening tips. One sunny Saturday morning, I decided to head to the garden center to pick up some supplies for my ever growing backyard oasis. I dressed casually in jeans, a green t shirt, and a sun hat to protect my face from the bright sun. I was browsing through the selection of gardening gloves. I felt a tap on my shoulder. I turned around to see a middle aged woman with a sour expression on her face. "Excuse me," she said, her voice dripping with impatience. "I've been waiting for assistance for ages. Can you help me find the organic fertilizers?" I blinked, momentarily confused by her request. Then it hit me. She thought I worked at the garden center because of my green t shirt, which happened to be the same color as the staff uniform. I couldn't help but chuckle at the misunderstanding. "Oh, I'm sorry," I replied, trying to suppress my laughter. "I don't work here. I'm just a fellow customer." The woman's face turned beet red as she processed my response. "Well, you shouldn't be wearing that shirt then. It's very misleading," she huffed before storming in search for an actual employee. I shook my head and continued shopping, amused by the encounter. A few minutes later, I found myself in the organic fertilizer aisle, where the same woman was now berating a young staff member for not being more helpful. Feeling bad for the employee and knowing a fair bit about organic fertilizers myself, I decided to step in. "Excuse me," I said, addressing the woman. "I overheard your conversation and I think I might be able to help you. I've tried a few different organic fertilizers and I can share my experiences, if you'd like." The woman glanced at me skeptically, her eyes narrowing. "Well, I suppose," she grumbled, clearly still embarrassed by our previous encounter. As I share my knowledge of organic fertilizers and recommended a few of my favorites, the woman's demeanor softened. She even cracked a smile as I told her about the success I'd had with a particular brand. "Thank you," she said when I finished. "I appreciate your help. I'm sorry for mistaking you for an employee earlier." I smiled and shrugged it off. "No harm done. We all make mistakes. I hope you find the perfect fertilizer for your garden." As I walked away, I couldn't help but feel satisfied. Not only had I diffused a tense situation, but I'd also managed to share my passion for gardening with someone who clearly needed a bit of guidance. And maybe, just maybe, I'd help with the woman become a kinder, more understanding person, at least when it came to garden centers. If you like this type of story content and enjoy listening to something while you're on the road, I am glad to announce that we have been given the opportunity to give a 30-day free trial to Audible. Audible is the perfect place to consume your favorite ebooks and podcasts while on the road. If you'd like to try out Audible for free for 30 days, click the link in the description. And that's it for today's story. I hope you enjoyed hearing about my encounter with a grumpy customer and how we managed to turn it around with a bit of gardening knowledge and kindness. Remember, a little bit of patience and understanding can go a long way, especially in situations like this. As always, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you again next time with another story. Like and subscribe for more.